In this video, we will talk about the appearance of your future husband. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Veronica and I'm back with another pick a card reading for you. But if you've been here for a while, thank you so much for subscribing and supporting my channel, and I'm excited to get to this new reading. So as you can see from the title of this video and the beginning of this video, today we will be talking about your future husband's physical appearance. And if you clicked this video, it was meant to find you. You were definitely meant to see it. I have a lot of different videos as well on the topic of your future spouse. I know that you guys really enjoy it, so I decided to make another one. And I will include the playlist for the future spouse readings up here if you guys want to check it out right after this one. Just want to quickly also mention that I offer private readings and I have a special tier for your future spouse or your soulmate. So if you guys would like to book a reading with me, a private one, the link is in the description box. And a little warning here, sometimes in the comment sections there will be some scammers trying to pretend that they're me and trying to get you guys to book a reading with them through a WhatsApp number or through the email or something like that, and I don't want you guys to get scammed, so please be careful about that. The only readings that I'm taking are through my Calendly website, and the link is only in the description box, or sometimes I pin it in the pinned comment in a comment section. But without further ado, let's go to the card selection and I'll see you guys in your reading. Here's your card selection, your stone selection, guys. So just choose the stone or the pile that you feel the most drawn to. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, that is fine as well. You can watch both of the piles, and maybe the description of your person is going to be a mix of both of these piles. So let me show you the crystals from up close. So the first one, we have black tourmaline. That's a group 1. Group 2 is a tiger eye. Group 3, we have the amethyst. And group 4 has pyrite. So the timestamps for your groups are in the description box. Look for it, click on it, and then I'll see you in your reading. If you guys chose group number 1 and the black tourmaline, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what we have for you. Alright guys, so we have our cards. I just wanted to mention that at the end of the reading, I'll be pulling these little cards that I made myself to see what we gotta get about their physical appearance. So we have the Hangman, Page of Wands, the Moon, Two of Cups. From Oracle cards, Follow Your Dreams, Patience, a Relationship Change, and then we have Aries and Capricorn. The zodiac signs, I think I'm going to treat them as a rising sign, because rising sign very often gives off the first impression of the person, or just talks about how that person looks. Even though I feel like sometimes sun sign can pretty much describe you as well, but mostly your rising sign. So I think I'm going to be focusing on Capricorn and Aries, looking at person's rising sign, okay? Alright, so first of all, guys, I gotta say, looking at tarot cards, we have the Moon and the Two of Cups next to it. This gives me the vibe of this person looking like a heartbreaker. They look like someone that maybe has been in a lot of relationships, because they look like a person that is an experience, let's say. I'm getting with the Moon that it's giving me very mysterious vibes, out of the ordinary for sure. Sometimes even like if it comes to the Moon card for me, in regards to someone's appearance, it could be signifying someone looking quite scary, in a way, like you are a little bit scared to approach this person because this person seems so mysterious. Makes me feel like they wear a lot of black or dark colors. And I said about this like heartbreaker that they look like a heartbreaker because we have Two of Cups. So, and we also have the relationship change, which tells me that it just makes them look like someone that has been in a lot of relationships. This very mysterious vibe. The hangman over here to me is representing usually someone that is looking at life from completely different perspective. So in regards to their appearance, I think it's saying that they look totally different than most of the people. With the moon card over here, it gives me very goth vibe or look, or very eccentric look. As I said, a little bit like scary, makes me feel like they have a pale skin, but obviously that's not going to be the case for all of you. But I do think they might be they might have very fair or pale skin. So with the card Hangman, it gives me the vibes of a rebel because, as I said before, Hangman usually looks at life differently, so they dress differently, and this person doesn't conform to society's standards. So they don't dress the way that everyone dresses. They don't really follow trends. I feel like they follow their own trend, basically. They have their own very unique style. And I do, as I said, I'm picking up on quite a goth style or scary even, or very mysterious. So a lot of black colors or gray colors, not very colorful, even though the Page of Wands over here is quite a colorful being. However, I think in this case, my intuition is telling me that the Hangman and the Moon and the Capricorn vibes, yeah, they're giving more vibes, very mysterious vibes, very dark vibes. So they just dress the way they want to dress. They don't really look at what other people are wearing. Sometimes the Hangman might be signifying someone being stuck, because the Hangman card is usually signifying a break or like feeling stuck. It might be signifying someone being stuck in a fashion era, for example, like in the 50s or 60s or 70s, 80s, etc. I'm also picking up on the very like metal or rock vibe, so maybe that's something that they also listen to. Just a random fact, obviously we're focusing on the physical appearance here, but you know, very often what we listen to and what we are interested in, it reflects the way we look and the way we style ourselves and the way the kind of clothes that we wear, etc. So that's why I feel like that's quite significant. I do think with the Hangman, the Moon, again, I keep on going back to these two cards, but also with the Page of Wands, they might have quite a crazy haircut or crazy hair. Either this is like a crazy haircut, or it could mean that they don't really mind so much how their hair look like. That's why it might be a little bit messy. Or it could be very long, because I'm looking at the Hangman and that's a tree, and it makes me feel like it could be very long hair. I'm picking up mostly on straight hair. However, with the Page of Wands and the Aries over here makes me feel like it could be a curly hair as well for some of you. The Page of Wands is giving me the vibes of someone looking very young, even though they might not be young. Very youthful spirit. I'm picking up on very glowy skin as well. That's what I'm hearing, that their skin is very smooth and silky and nice and glowy. And I don't think, I told you guys that I do think it's like a fair skin or pale skin, but I don't think it matters. It just feels like their skin is very glowy. And the Hangman, Page of Wands are pretty much connected with the Follow Your Dreams card here if it comes to their physical appearance, because as I told you guys, they dress the way they want to dress. They don't follow any fashion trends, etc. They just do what they want to do, and they definitely I feel like they do somehow pay attention to the way they look, at least the way they dress, because it's about, for them, I think it's about expressing themselves through how they look. how they dress through their style, but it's their own individual style. So they like to express themselves creatively, but as I said, they could have quite a messy hair, for example. All right, so moving on, looking at the Capricorn and the Aries. If it comes to Capricorn rising, and Aries rising could be Capricorn sun or Aries sun, but if it comes to Capricorn risings, guys, they very often have very noticeable white or very nice teeth or very straight teeth. So they often like to show them off. Even they might actually be smiling with their teeth. Some of them, because we have the moon and is quite a mysterious vibe, so maybe they don't like to smile in the pictures. That's another thing. I feel like for a lot of you, this person doesn't like to smile in their pictures. But yeah, very noticeable teeth, might be very white, might be very straight. With the Capricorns, I think with Aries as well, they have a very defined bone structure, like well-defined cheekbones, like their cheekbones sticking out a little bit. I feel like with Capricorn and Aries, they might either have a diamond face shape, or an oblong face shape, or a square one. However, with the moon, it could be signifying like a round face shape, but I feel like it's mostly talking about, I feel like it's mostly the Capricorn and Aries are the most significant here. So definitely very sharp, angular angles, let's say, angular jaws and defined cheekbones, as I was saying, possible pointy chin, I think. I'm going to put some pictures up of Aries or Capricorn rising people, maybe celebrities, so you guys can kind of get the idea of the face shape, what I mean with like diamond, or just the fact that they just have very sharp facial structure. So this person, your future husband, has a very sharp facial structure. Might have a slim nose as well, because we have the hangman here as well, and with the Capricorns rising, they often have a very long, slim nose. I feel like they mostly can have very serious face, but they might not be very serious people, but they might have like a poker face or a very serious face. As I said, someone that it's really kind of like hard for people to approach this person, because they seem a little bit scary, maybe because they have this very serious face. I feel like this person has a very strong confident gaze, or a very serious gaze. Might be a little bit at the beginning intimidating, because this person gives off very like individual, confident, mysterious, intimidating impression vibe. I'm also feeling like they might have like a lot of straight lines, as I told you, if it comes to their face. So as I told you before, sharp facial features could be like the slim nose, or thin eyebrows. Also, that's what I'm hearing, or straight eyebrows. And these well-defined cheekbones that are kind of like sticking out. And because of that, it's creating sharpness or edginess, let's say, edginess to their face. So another thing with the Capricorn rising or Capricorn sun, pretty much, they age like a fine wine, I gotta say. So in their teenage years or in their, let's say, early 20s, they might not seem very, I don't know, attractive. The older they get, the more handsome they get, I gotta say. All right, so let's pull some cards and see what we're gonna have for you. Group number one. So just give me a few minutes to do that. I mean, a few seconds for you. I'm gonna cut the video, so. All right, so the first couple of the cards that I pulled, we have symmetrical facial features. Excuse my handwriting, okay? We have intense eyes, so this definitely makes sense because I told you they have a very strong gaze, and symmetrical facial features with the sharpness goes pretty well as well together. We have clean shaven, so for most of you guys, your future husband is not going to like to have a long beard or even any kind of beard. However, I do think that for some of you they do, because I keep on looking at the hangman. I feel like it's for those of you that will have, your future husband will have a long hair, as I said with the hangman, and I do think then it could mean that they have a long beard. But we did pull a little card, clean shaven. We also have big lips. Okay, I'm going to pull a few more. Wow, okay, look what I pulled. Well-defined cheekbones. Well-defined cheekbones. And that's something that I was mentioning a lot because I was picking up on that a lot with Capricorn, Aries, and with all of the cards, to be honest. We also have olive skin. And we have a card, skinny. Okay, so very slim. By the way, I do think that this person might be very tall, to be honest. And I pull one more card, medium length hair. Okay. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please make sure to just leave a like under this video. It helps me out a lot to grow my channel. Subscribe if you haven't yet, but if you're not ready to subscribe yet, you can check out one of my previous readings. Maybe then you'll decide to subscribe and join the family. Other than that, I do offer private readings, so you can book a private reading with me if you would like to. The link is in the description box, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Hey, group number 2, if you guys chose the tiger's eye, this is going to be a reading. Let's see what we have for you. Alrighty, group number 2. So we have all of the tarot cards and oracle cards, Ace of Swords, Six of Wands, King of Wands, the Hierophant. From the astrology cards, we have Leo and Taurus, and also health, rebirth, and nature. Just want to let you guys know that at the end of the reading, I'll be pulling these little cards over here to just give us more details about this person, about your future husband. So I just want to mention about the astrology cards. I think I'm going to be mostly referring to the Leo and Taurus rising, because rising sign is describing the way that people look and the first impression also that they give off, but also just the way that they look, okay? But I gotta say that this person might be a Leo or Taurus sun as well, because I feel like very often the sun signs can explain our physical appearance. So let's just start with the tarot cards first of all. So you guys got quite a mix of energy here because I do have the Ace of Swords then mixed for me with the Taurus, and then I have Six of Wands, King of Wands, and Leo. So these cards, the Six of Wands and the King of Wands, is giving me very creative vibe. The King of Wands, I would say, is usually a type of a guy that might look quite ordinary. However, there's something really interesting in him. And at the beginning, we might not really understand what it is. However, there's something that is pulling us towards this person. So he's not like a tradition, I would say he's not a traditional type of beauty, but he oozes you with his charisma, with his charm, and with his confidence. Because yeah, that's kind of the Leo energy here, and I'm very glad that we actually pulled Leo as well. And with the Six of Wands over here, just look at her, the way she stands and the way she presents herself to the world. She's very confident, and that's how this person is going to be as well. So I feel like in your case, obviously we're going to get to specifics and details. I think we're going to get to that with the Taurus and Leo over here rising. However, I just gotta say that this person is extremely interesting and has a great sense of humor and is very confident and has a lot of creative hobbies and interests, and that is something that is making them extremely attractive, and that is something that you are going to be attracted the most. Not the way that they look at the beginning. It just feels like their physical appearance kind of grows on you the more you get to know them and the more you talk with them, basically. Because Ace of Swords is also a card that is representing someone that is a great communicator, but we will get to the Ace of Swords in a second. So that's why I feel like the more you talk with this person, the more interested you are in them, and the more you get attracted to them. So with the King of Wands and the Six of Wands, I'm feeling like they might dress quite colorful or just different, I would say. Not in a way like I was talking to the group number one, and their person was dressing definitely differently, but kind of more like as an outcast, I would say. And in this case, with the King of Wands and the Six of Wands, it just feels like it's more creative, it's more colorful, more artistic, more hipster vibe, I would say. I'm just saying like a Hawaiian shirt or something like that, like some crazy glasses and bandana, something like this. Obviously it's going to be different for all of you, but that's the kind of style that I'm getting. I also feel with the King of Wands, looking at him, this person loves to accessorize, and I do think that is also the Taurus rising energy. Taurus rising very often likes to accessorize, likes to wear a lot of like jewelry. I feel like this person also might have piercing, even like in their nose or maybe just in their ears, but it does feel like a piercing or tattoos, like accessorize, okay? All right, so with the Hierophant, let's talk about the Hierophant over here. This makes me feel like this person is going to be older than you. Or that the fact that they look older than they actually are. They might be in their 20s and they might look like they're nearly in their 30s. The Hierophant often talks about spirituality or religion. So this person, I feel like they might look quite spiritual, I would say, or maybe not spiritual. I'm just getting kind of like the vibes of I'm seeing someone at some sort of party or festival, like a spiritual party or festival. I don't know if you can imagine anyone like that on this kind of like event. I just have seen a lot of videos on YouTube of people going to such events, and I'm just picturing this person in front of me. It just feels like this person has quite a funky vibe about them. Very fun and very confident, and also like not being afraid of just explore new things, because we have the Rebirth card over here, guys. So this is telling me that I feel like they often change their style and they're not afraid to completely change it. I feel like they're quite adaptable, I would say. And the health, I think, is just letting us know that this person might be quite fit, quite muscular. Okay. Like healthy looking, I would say. Also, I feel like their hair would be very healthy looking, especially with the Leo that we will get to in a second. I just want to talk about Ace of Swords first of all before we gotta get to the signs, okay? So the Ace of Swords usually is representing someone with sharp features. In this case, I'm not sure if this is going to be for all of you, because with the King of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Leo over here, I'm getting like cat-like features. I guess they could be quite sharp as well, with the like quite a sharp, I would say for girls would be makeup, but maybe eyes in this case, because most of males, I guess they don't wear makeup. I mean, some of them do, but anyway, Taurus would also be representing someone with sharp features, but yeah, that's the Ace of Swords energy over here. Could also be representing someone that likes to shave, so I don't think they have a long beard or anything like that. If they have beard, it's nicely trimmed. It's not a long beard, not a messy beard, not at all beard. I say beard. Beard. I don't know why I was saying beer, but okay. Maybe they like to drink beer. Okay, moving on. with the Ace of Swords, this is usually representing someone that you will remember. So this person just stands out, and when you talk to them for a second, this is someone that you will have in your mind for a while. That's the Ace of Swords. So it just like you will keep on thinking about them, and other people also feel this way, even if they are only their relationship might be a platonic relationship. Maybe this person, your future husband, is not flirting with everyone, but he leaves this kind of memory of himself because he stands out, because of the way he is. And I think it's about his energy and not so much about his appearance. However, we're focusing here on the appearance. Just kind of wanted to let you guys know how I feel about it. But with the Ace of Swords, this is very often talking about someone that is very like aesthetically pleasing to look at. Usually like a statue or a painting, you look at it and it's just so perfect. In this case, I don't think, as I said with the King of Wands, that this person has a stereotypical type of beauty. However, they're still like so nice to look at because of their style, because of the way they dress themselves, present themselves to the world. So now we are going to our Taurus and Leo. So with a Taurus, I feel like that could be representing someone with a square shaped face, because Taurus is rising. They very often have, I say very often, not every time, square shaped face. Taurus would also be representing someone that likes to, I would call it like a lazy fashion, likes to dress themselves in a lazy fashion. I told you that they do, they are very confident about themselves and they know themselves really well, and they are not afraid to change up their looks. With the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Rebirth card, I just feel like they like to dress comfortable. So comfy, lazy fashion, comfy but still stylish. I feel like they might have a very grounded look, but at the same time, when they need to go out somewhere, they can go through like a glow up, let's say. They can look very fancy, very dressed up, very luxurious if they want to, because they do like to accessorize as well. What else? With the Taurus, that also could be representing someone with a broader shoulders. Definitely with the Leo and Taurus, this goes really well together. They usually have very like, not very, but like flat noses or broad noses, not pointy. There's just no kind of like harshness to their noses, no matter what size it's going to be. It could be a big nose, it could be a small nose. It always is very like smooth and sleek, but flatter, I would say, because the Leo, this is representing someone with cat-like facial features. I'll try to put picture of a celebrity that has a Leo rising for you guys, so you kind of can understand what I mean with cat-like features, because it's quite hard to explain it with words. But talking about Leo risings, they very often have very noticeable hair. It could be very big hair, very thick hair, or very long hair, or very healthy hair. I would say that their hair is very often a big part of their identity. This is something that people usually look at first. It's like a prominent aspect about this person. And the Leos, as always, just like with the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, this person is very charismatic, very confident. So did I miss anything? Health, rebirth. Oh, we have nature. So that could probably connect with a Taurus, where I told you that they might have very grounded look, or the fact that they like to wear only things that are like materials that are natural. I don't think they would wear leather or anything like that. I feel like they're just very connected to nature as well. And it just gives me this quite hippie look, I would say. Okay, so give me a few seconds. I'll just try to pick the cards intuitively. You know, guys, this is so funny because I pulled the first card that I pulled. Let me show you. Color tattoo. Did I tell you about tattoos? I'm not sure if I told you, but I do think that if this person has tattoos, definitely color tattoos. And very often this person is going to have a tattoo with like an animal or some sort of like a symbol, but mostly animal, I think. I also am laughing because I pulled the card hipster. And honestly, guys, I have so many cards here. So it's funny that we pulled this one. We have soft features. Interesting, because I was picking up a lot on very sharp features, but that's also something that we got. So I'm going to put it there. We also have strong build. Makes sense with a health card. And with a King of Wands, these people usually have so much energy and they want to take care of their body. I do think it's something that they care a lot about because they just have a lot of energy and they somehow need to use it every day. So I do think that they work out, they take care of their body. We have gray eyes for some of you guys. Let's see what else we're gonna get. Okay, don't mind my silly drawing. I was trying to draw this, but okay. Well-defined Cupid's bow. Okay, that makes sense with the Leos because they usually have this very full lips. And let me just pull one or two more for you guys. Let's see. Oh my god, I can't. Cat-like facial features. Because I can't make that up, seriously. And we also have a card, well-defined cheekbones. Makes sense with a Taurus over here. Alright guys, so that's all that I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you did, please make sure to just leave a like under this video and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps me out a lot to grow this channel, so I would hugely appreciate it. Leave a comment as well if you would like to. Just let me know how you feel about this reading, or maybe if you have watched different readings and this reading is connecting with the previous one that you've seen. I do offer private readings as well, so if you guys would like to book a private reading with me so we can focus on your specific energy, the link is in the description box, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, group number 3, if you guys chose the amethyst, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what we have for you. Okay, my group number 3. I'm honestly just enjoying these readings so much. I should make more of these. But anyway, so guys, we're starting with your cards, obviously. Later on, I'm going to be pulling some extra cards that I made to get just some extra details about this person. So you guys got 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Chariot from the Oracle cards, spiritual, career, teaching and learning, and surrender. Okay, and then we have from astrology cards, we got Sagittarius and we got Virgo. So I gotta say that for Sagittarius and Virgo, it doesn't have to mean necessarily that it's their sun sign. This could be representing their rising sign, and that's something that I will be focusing on the most throughout this reading, because rising signs usually talk about person's appearance, but sometimes the sun signs also could be quite connected here, I would say. Anyway, so first of all, let's just start with your tarot cards. Okay, I gotta say that this person, your future husband, is going to be someone that you guys are going to feel extremely attracted to straight away. I gotta say straight away because we have 9 of Cups, and this is a card of wishes coming true, which makes me feel like this is exactly how you pictured your perfect partner, your ideal partner, at least the way they look, okay? So this also could be just saying that their looks, for all of you that are watching this group, all of you might have different preferences. However, the 9 of Cups is just saying that this person is going to fit your own individual preferences, okay? So this is going to be someone that you are just going to fall in love with really quickly. But other than that, the Queen of Cups is giving me very romantic vibes, I would say. She's usually very ethereal looking or fairy-like. However, in this case, we're talking about husbands, so males, and usually this Queen of Cups is described as a princess. However, I do think it just seems like a Prince Charming, so someone that you've been kind of like dreaming about. This gives me the vibes of a boy next door, I would say. Someone that just looks very romantic, someone that stands out just because of their beauty, I would say. Not even like the way they dress, because I feel like, I mean, with the Queen of Cups and the Chariot, I wanted to say it's quite a casual look, or the way they dress is quite casual. However, the Queen of Cups and the Chariot would tell me that they like to dress very colorful or very like soft, I would say. For Queen of Cups, it would be feminine, but for the guy, yeah, I would say could be a little bit more feminine rather than masculine. However, looking at the Chariot, it does give me very like masculine vibes. So I feel like it's a mix of both. But I don't think, I think that, how could I describe it? I feel like if it's feminine looking, it could be very stylish. I do think that they pay quite a big attention to the way that they dress, because they like to dress up. They like to put the outfits together, especially with the Virgo over here. They have an eye for details, and they know basically how to make the outfits work together. So they don't necessarily stand out because of like, let's say, big jewelry that they wear. It doesn't give me a fancy vibe. It gives me very soft, very flowy, maybe even feminine vibe. Like, yeah, I would say like with flowy clothes, or even like maybe a boho or hipster vibe. Anyway, moving on. So that's the Queen of Cups energy and the Nine of Cups energy. Then if it comes to the Chariot, I would say with the Chariot, that could be representing someone exotic. So no matter your ethnicity, race, culture, depends on what ethnicity and race you are, but for you, this person is going to be exotic. Because I'm looking at the Chariot, and as you can see, we have two different horses. One of them is white, one of them is black, and it makes me feel like one of you is you, one of the horses is you, and the other one is your husband. And it feels like this person is just kind of like the opposite of you, or maybe not the opposite. I would just say that they're exotic, so they have a different ethnicity than you, different race, or they just come from completely different cultural background. The Chariot makes me feel like this person is quite fit and athletic. It makes me think of someone that is running a lot, so a runner, someone that just takes care of their body and the way they look. We have Nine of Wands and Nine of Cups, and the nines are a number of individuality, I would say, independence. So this person gives me very independent vibe, and this is the kind of energy and vibe you're going to feel once you're going to meet this person. You will feel like this person is a lone wolf, or even like a traveler, because I keep on looking at the Chariot and the Sagittarius here. It makes me feel like this person might be just following their dreams and traveling. I know this is not physical appearance, but I thought that it's something worth mentioning because that's what I'm hearing. The Nine of Wands is also giving me very defensive look. Vibe about them. That they are not the type of person to be maybe falling in love very quickly, or they don't look like a person that would be a heartbreaker, for example. They don't look like a typical heartbreaker guy, I would say. They look like someone that is not so easy to get to know. Maybe they could be giving off this very like quite intimidating impression, because they do look because of their aura and how their aura is resembling this very independent individual vibe. They definitely look like a person that knows a lot because, as I said, it makes me feel like they have traveled a lot or they like to expand. The Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is a planet of expansion. I have the teaching and learning card as well here, and spiritual career, which is really interesting. So with the teaching and learning, as I said, they could give off this vibe of like, oh, I know so much. I have a lot of knowledge about a lot of different things. Also, this is giving me the vibe of someone that might seem like a big brother in the group of people, someone that usually most of the people go to for the advice, or someone that you feel like you could fully trust because this person would definitely like stand up for you, defend you, support you. So I know this is not exactly physical appearance. I just want to tell you guys what I'm feeling because some of the cards, it's really hard to explain the physical appearance. Also, this is a general reading for a lot of people, but we will get into physical appearance more with Sagittarius and Virgo cards. But just going back to these, we have spiritual career. This makes me feel like they can have, once again, this very like creative, hipster, boho look. They might wear a lot of jewelry with crystals or have quite like a meaningful tattoos. They might just give off the vibe of someone that is very spiritual, someone that is focused a lot on self-development, once again with this independence vibe. That's all connected together. And with the surrender, I guess that would actually give off the vibe of them not giving an F a lot about what other people think about them. I do think they do care about the way they look, but they give a vibe of someone not caring about their looks, if that makes sense. Okay, let's just move on to the Sagittarius and Virgo rising. As I said, it could also be a sun sign, but I think it's mostly rising. So Sagittarius, they have Sagittarius rising, they have amazing smile. I would say that Sagittarius rising, they smile with their eyes. So when you look at them, look into their eyes, you can see if they're happy or if they're sad. They have a very this significant look in their eyes when they're happy. And I think they smile a lot just in general, and they're very cheerful, so you can very often see them smiling. Even in the pictures that they take, the selfies, let's say, that they have on Instagram, they will always smile with their teeth and not shy away from smiling. And with the Queen of Cups and the Chariot and the Sagittarius, they do have quite a colorful style, very wild, very free style. I think they also like to wear, for example, some beanies, some accessories like beanies, or they can have very big glasses, or once again, this crystal jewelry. Usually for Sagittarius rising, they would have long, oval or round face shape. Going back to the way they style themselves, it definitely fits here with the Queen of Cups. I feel like whenever they dress themselves in in a lot of like different patterns, different shapes, different colors. And what else? Oh yeah, well, the Sagittarius rising, they very often have either a big butt or big thighs or big hips. So that's something, maybe not hips this time in this case because we are talking about husbands. So I think it's more significant with girls, with females. But in this case, they could have quite a big butt or big thighs. Okay. Then we have Virgo. So Virgo, the thing about Virgo is I wouldn't say all of them are petite person. I feel like they're petite person if they're females, but petite, that also could refer to their face. So they can have either small eyes or very small nose or quite small lips. I'm not saying that all of their face is petite, but some something, on their face might be quite petite. They're giving off very innocent vibe, innocent look, and it makes sense with the Queen of Cups because I told you it's like a guy next door, a girl next door, a guy next door. So they're giving off very innocent look, however, very independent and very confident look at the same time. Sometimes with the Virgo risings, they can have a pouty mouth. I don't know how else to explain it. They can look like they're a little bit like mad at you, maybe not mad, but like they can have like a pouty mouth. I hope you guys know what I mean. Like their lips might be like standing out a little bit, and I feel like they are also very often Virgo risings, they press their lips a lot, especially when they're thinking, and they have this like grin on their face when they're thinking, when they're trying to focus on something. So maybe that's why they have this pouty mouth as well, because they are pressing their lips a lot. Okay, and what else? I feel like with Virgo rising, this also could give a very smart look. And of course, Virgo rising, they have an eye for detail, especially if it comes to their clothes. So the way they dress themselves could be just very put together, even though it's very free, very flowy, as I was explaining before. It is somehow still nicely put together. And a Virgo rising often also can have strong nose or very solid nose. Maybe not a big one, but like I would say, I don't know, strong or solid. So let me see what else we guys gonna get for you from these little cards over here. So give me a second. I'm going to just take a while to pick intuitively for you. Okay guys, so let's see what we have. All right, the first one is red ginger hair. So they can have a red or ginger hair. We also have muscular. Okay, muscular. The chariot gives off very muscular vibes as well. Masculine. Okay, so very masculine. They look very masculine. We have medium length hair. So not too short, not super long either. Okay, we have indie style. So yeah, I guess that's kind of what I was picking up as well. On with when I was saying like boho or something like that. We also have no beard, so they might not have any beard. And also we have tanned skin. Okay. So that is all that I have for you, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, just leave a like under this video, as it helps me out a lot to grow this channel and I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and if you're not ready to subscribe yet, you can check out one of my previous readings. Maybe this will encourage you to subscribe and join the family. I would love to have you here as a part of a fam. I also offer private readings, so if you guys would like to book a private reading with me, the link is in the description box. And other than that, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Group number 4, if you guys chose the pyrite, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what cards we have for you. Okay, group number 4. So we have your cards over here, and later on I will be checking using these little cards that I made myself, just more details about your future husband and their appearance. So we have from the tarot cards the Sun, 8 of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Page of Cups. Then from Oracle cards, we have Leadership, Time Out, Adventure, and we have Cancer and Pisces. So I want to let you guys know that about the Pisces and Cancer cards, this doesn't necessarily have to mean that their sun sign, their zodiac sign is going to be Pisces or Cancer. I am mostly going to be focusing and treating them as a rising sign. So Cancer rising, Pisces rising, because rising signs very often just talk about our appearance and the way we look. However, the Cancer and Pisces could also potentially, for some of you, mean that that's their sun sign, and it's still representing their physical appearance. But mostly rising sign, just something that I wanted to put out there. But first of all, let's focus on tarot cards. Okay, so you guys got a person that is very youthful looking, I would say. This person definitely looks much younger than they actually are, and I'm getting it from the sun because that's a very youthful spirit, very childlike spirit, I would say. And then we have the Page of Cups that is usually also representing someone and that looks quite young. So I think I'm going to start with the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is a person that is quite innocent looking, however, with a little bit of mysterious vibe with the High Priestess, but that's something that we will get into. The Page of Cups, someone that is innocent looking, someone that has gentle features. So your future husband has a gentle features, I would say, kind of like dull eyes, especially with Cancer and Pisces over there. They tend to have, these rising signs tend to have very dreamy, very beautiful eyes. That we will get into as well, but I would say dull eyes. I would say very angelic look as well with the Page of Cups and the High Priestess over here. And they are definitely very cautious with their appearance, about the way they look, because Page of Cups, they very often like to just dress themselves. They pay quite big attention to what kind of clothes they're wearing. Very often also they make their own clothes, so that maybe is a thing for some of your future husbands, but maybe if they don't make their own clothes, it just feels like they always add something from themselves, like they spice things up a little bit with some accessory. Yeah, I would say mostly like accessory, or let's say they would have they would wear a suit, a black suit. Maybe they would just, I don't know, wear red Converse, for example, or some pink Converse or orange Converse. Like, I think they like to highlight their appearance somehow by adding something, some accessory or something to spice it up a little bit. Definitely this person looks very creative or like artistic. They're giving off this artistic, creative vibe. And your future husband, they give off a very long lasting impression, first impression. I know this is not a physical appearance, however, I gotta say that I'm getting vibes of them being either painters, writers, designers, actors, singers, some kind of career where they can express themselves creatively. But going back to the physical appearance, I do think that they're very, or I would say extremely delicate looking. That's the High Priestess vibe, and also the Pisces and Cancer once again, and the Page of Cups. So quite romantic looking, I would say. They might have very clear, smooth skin. They might be pale or have just a very soft and silky, glowy skin. I think they might be giving off quite a shy vibes, even though we do have the card leadership over there, and we do have the Eight of Wands and the Sun. The Sun very often likes to put themselves in the center of attention. It's kind of the Leo energy here. However, my intuition is saying that mostly they're giving off quite shy aura or like energy, and they might have quite a shy aura at the beginning. I feel like they just don't trust people so easily. We have the 𝘠𝑚𝑒 card that is also letting me know that they like to keep some things to themselves, so they might be quite private people. And I know we're meant to focus on physical appearance, but I keep on getting these messages, and it's very hard for me to not let you guys know about this, because I feel like you should know about it. With the Eight of Wands though, this is giving me the vibes of someone with a healthy glow, I would say. That's why I mentioned the skin. The skin looking very silky, very glowy. I also feel like their hair might be very healthy looking, I would say. And the Eight of Wands makes me feel like this person might be very tall or very slim as well. If it comes to their body, I don't think that they are extremely muscular, but I also don't think they are very obese. However, with the Cancer over here, that could sometimes represent someone that might be struggling with their weight throughout their life. So for some of you, that could be a thing. However, as I said, I'm just not seeing anyone very muscular. I'm not seeing anyone very obese. I'm seeing someone quite slim because of the Eight of Wands and tall. And the High Priestess is also giving me a very tall energy. But then the Page of Cups is giving me the energy of someone being quite short. So I feel like they're neither super tall or super short. I feel like they're average height and average, I would say maybe weight. And they're not very muscular. They're just kind of like a normal looking, I would say. Please, guys, don't pick on my words. I feel like sometimes some people in comment sections just pick on whatever the readers say. Just don't pick on my words, okay? All right, moving on. With the card the Sun, it gives me the vibes of someone with a very positive, very optimistic, uplifting aura. And I know I also said shy. I feel like that is somehow connecting here together. In general, I feel like when you meet this person, you know that you can trust them. You know that they are quite private people, so they might not be friends with everyone. And this makes you feel like they're trustworthy and that you can, that they are quite like loyal people and that you can open up to them quite easily and quickly because they give off this very optimistic, uplifting aura. And let's focus now on Pisces and Cancer. So first of all, the thing that you guys are going to notice the most about your future husband is their eyes, because both Cancer and Pisces rising have very significant or very like shiny eyes, I would say. Their eyes are very dreamy or soft. It just feels very magical. So for some of you, this person could have kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it, like a fish eyes. I know that sounds weird, but what I mean with it is that they can have very wide or very big eyes, or very like round, and the eyes are standing out basically. I'll try to put some pictures up right now, so maybe you will understand it more what I mean with like fish eyes. But it definitely feels like their eyes are very large. They have very luminous eyes that just ooze the innocence, I would say. I told you that this person has very soft features and there is this soft energy around them, surrounding them. With the Page of Cups and the Pisces, it makes me feel like they can have a baby face, very gorgeous skin, full lips, I would say as well, because of Pisces and Cancer. And I think that they will have dimples when they will smile. And their eyes, going back to their eyes, they can definitely hypnotize you because your gaze is just so strong. It's so emotional. It's not the same kind of gaze that you will get from Leo, for example, or from Capricorn. It's more emotional gaze, like with emotional depth located in the eyes. I feel like also when they smile, they might not smile with their teeth out a lot. They might smile very softly, very subtle. They might almost kind of have like a half smile, even though their lips are amazing. I told you that their lips might be they might have like very plump lips. They seem very tender, very soft. So another thing about Pisces, Cancer rising would be the fact that they have a lot of volume with their hair and that they can have apple cheeks, like very full cheeks, even though they might not be let's say they're still like very slim, very fit, and they still have these very full cheeks when they smile and the dimples. And with the Cancer rising, I gotta say, they very often resemble their mother. They very often look like their mother. The Cancers and Pisces and Scorpios, they're very emotional and spiritual signs, I would say, because of water, obviously. And because of that, I feel like their aesthetic could be quite artistic, romantic, creative. They might wear a lot of crystal necklaces. or any kind of like necklaces with symbolic meanings, or they could have also tattoos with very symbolic meanings. So not a tattoo, they're not going to get a tattoo just because it looks cool. I feel like there needs to be a meaning behind it, and I do think that your future husband might also have a tattoo with meaning, basically something that is important to them. They're just giving a very adorable, charming vibe, and they do have very adorable aesthetic. So moving on, let's see. We talked about leadership. Did we? Leadership, adventure, timeout. So timeout, I told you guys about. The adventure, I guess this could be just talking about maybe the way they dress themselves, and as I told you, that they like to just spice things up and they like to look different, but at the same time keep it quite toned, I would say. So let me pull some cards for you guys to see what else we're gonna get. Give me a few seconds. Okay guys, so I've pulled a couple of them, and the first one that we have is blue eyes. So your future husband might have blue eyes. Let me see if we pulled any different cards about eyes. No, I don't think so, but let's move on. We have brown hair, so this person might have brown hair. I'm also picking up on blonde hair, to be honest. But we also have dreadlocks. So for some of you, your future husband is going to have dreadlocks. Just keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading, so not all of the small cards and all of the features are going to be working together like super well. We have dreadlocks, but I also have, for example, over here shaved sides, and what I meant with that is like the side of their head is shaved. So yeah, we also have, for example, we have dark skin, but we also have fair skin. So it could be either fair or dark, or darker skin. We also have average height, so that makes sense because that's something that I was mentioning to you guys, that I don't think that they're extremely tall, but also I don't think they're super short. I feel like they're just average. And this makes a lot of sense because we have this angelic look, and that is something that I was mentioning at the beginning with the High Priestess, with the Page of Cups. We also have well-dressed, and that is definitely connecting with our Page of Cups. We have well-defined cheekbones. So all right, and we also have casual. I think it's talking about like looking quite casual, and I was trying to explain to you guys a little bit how I felt about that they don't stand out super much, but also they are still like really well dressed. So I hope that makes sense. And that's all that I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, just leave a like under this video. It really helps me out so much to grow my channel, and I would hugely appreciate it. You can leave a comment down below as well, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. But if you're not ready to subscribe, I understand, I get it. I'm watching a couple of videos of a certain channel before I'm gonna subscribe, so feel free to check out one of my previous videos. I have a lot of videos on the topic of your future spouse, and you can also book a reading with me if you would like to. The link is in the description box. I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care.